Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to talk about our vendor finance deal.
Yes,
No.
the very first one.
Well, how do we turn negatively gearing to positively gearing?
Yep.
What else is there?
So we were financial stressed at that time. We were holding few of the investment property.
Backward a bit more.
What do you mean?
So we started our investment journey in a property with no idea what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we follow a lot of guru. We went
Yeah,
to a
we
lot
follow.
of seminar.
Yeah.
And then realizing apparently to create wealth, you actually have to go buy a property.
So you have to borrow money to make money.
Yeah, have a lot of leverage to the highest limit as you can in order for you to gain this financial freedom. Some part of me say no, that's not a good idea, but some part of me is like, well, that's what we've been learning.
Yeah, that's what everyone's been talking about, even now. Right.
So, and that's what we did. We tried to leverage as much as we can, borrowing as much as we can, but putting down as little deposit as we can.
Yeah.
So, and then after holding a lot of properties, realizing that this is not the way property investing should be.
Because it actually trapped you into the full-time job or your body to exchange for money.
Especially when you have this thing called negatively gearing, where it costs you more to hold on the property. So, and then we realized that there's got to be a better way of doing property investing. It turned out to be you can. And you can do that here in Australia, I think anywhere else in the world, with a simple concept in mind, which is having more money coming in than it's going out.
Yeah. So back to basic first. What is vendor finance?
So for the concept of it, if you don't know what it is, it's actually you as the vendor or the seller of the property financing for whoever is the buyer.
Back in the days, many years ago, before the bank can lend you money, that's how people buying and selling properties or business. I'm sure there are still some business doing the same way.
So for example, let's say if you want to buy a piece of property, let's say for $10 as an example, but you can't come up with $10 for whatever reason, but you can afford to make maybe $1 payments every day for the next 10 days. Then after the 10th day, you own the property. That's the basic concept of it. So that's what we did. We turned it around from negatively geared property that cost us money, into a positively geared property that put more cash in your pocket after all the expenses. And with that being said, we'll go through one of the numbers of our vendor finance transaction.
Yeah.
So this might not be for everyone. This is based on our experience.
Yeah. So we bought this property, I think 8 years ago, maybe 7 or 8. Yeah, 8 years ago, I think. Our purchase price was $330,000 in Sydney.
In Sydney Metro as well. So I'm like,
wow.
Okay.
Sydney Metro, yes. It's still the Metro.
Yeah.
And then we used a buyer agent. So the cost of the property, $330,000, and other costs associated with it. Buyer's agent fee, $10,000.
Yep. So because we didn't know any better, because we don't know anything about property, we figured, you know what, if we hold hand with someone else, they might do a better transaction compared to us doing our own research.
Yeah, we thought they will have a better bargaining power. They know the numbers. When we buy it, they give us this Excel spreadsheet showing you, okay, what if this happened? What if that happened? If you put a granny flat in there, your cash flow will be like that, but never happened. Anyway, so we put 5% down only as per their suggestion, because they're saying, okay, you put less money in so you can acquire more properties.
Correct. But at the same time, your leverage, your debt load is really
to the highest.
So,
that we've done because we didn't know any better.
Yep.
And we paid stamp duty, I think around $13,000 for that price. Solicitor $2,000, building and pest inspection $500, and we did a renovation as per the buyer's agent suggestion as well for $10,000. And with that $10,000, we bought it, paid for the bank, pay for the rental, kick the existing tenant out, no rent for I think 2 months.
First 2
I
months,
can't remember.
something like that. Because at the time,
why did we do that?
I don't know, because we have so much faith on the agent that they're doing the right thing and they're helping us out, trying to find a tenant with the potential of, I guess what the current market is in the area and whatnot. However, we didn't foresee those things in reality. We thought it would be because of the renovation. It's a brand new, like freshly painted or brand new appliances. We're expecting to get a higher rent. In fact, it's the other way around. We're in paper after renovation, the potential income of I think it was like 350 or something like that. But in reality, it went down to $320 per week.
Yeah, with the new rental, and we kicked the tenant that who paid similar amount.
Why? With the current condition.
Yeah.
So in fact, the current tenant that paid, that's about right, similar.
Yes, I can't remember detail, but it's 320 after all this. And you want to go through the next one?
Sure. So now understand the purchase price was $330,000 and the rental income was $320. When you buy a property, there is also expenses that comes with owning a property. Having putting only small amount of down payment, that means there's a lot of expenses incurred. One of them is your mortgage repayment. The mortgage repayment alone was $300 per week. Now your income is $320. My mortgage is $300. So
no. For newbie, they will think, oh, it's a good deal. You still got $20. Wait.
But wait for it. There are other expenses that comes with it. For example, would be your water rate, your council rate. That we work out roughly about $50 per week for those. Insurance costs. That's $40 per week.
But this is a house, so we have to buy landlord insurance and building insurance. So that's $2,000 a year.
The agent fee, that the rental management fee.
Yes.
That costs $20 per week. So as a whole, it costs $410 just to hold on the property. Without
any unforeseen accident, activities, repair, maintenance.
Maintenance it will be on top.
Yeah.
So as a whole, works it out. Our income $320, our expenses $410. Give or take, it will be about $90 minus per week.
Wait, you can do tax deductible. Wait, you can do depreciation.
Apparently, negatively gearing, it's a good thing. Now, this is what I try to, I guess, explain to people. It's great if you have really high income. It would not hit a dent if you're minus, let's say, $100 per week.
Correct. If you're making $3,000 a week, yes.
Yeah, $3,000 a week
but
income.
No. It's not about income still. It's all based on how much you keep. Well, you spend $3,000, maybe you make $3,000, maybe you spend $3,100.
There you go. So if you can take a hit of $100 per week every week with for whatever reason, then it might be good if you're only owning one property. And then what if you own two at $200 per week minus 3, 4 at $100?
Oh wait, what if there's no tenant and you still have to pay all these costs?
Correct. So if there's no tenant, at the very least $320 or $300 per week is what we have to fork out. So every time there's no tenant, it costs you more money. At one stage, we were desperate for tenant. We just took whoever make an application. So, and because of that, we ended up have to repair it a lot more because we
quality,
and because of that, I didn't really have a good experience with property.
Not particularly in this one.
So we decided to flip that. How can I know there's a system or there's a technique where you can make positively good from this. So I found vendor finance, I found seller finance, I found, I guess that's it, flexible term financing with the property. So the concept of it is like, okay, then I can sell this property instead of me grabbing the whole entire lump sum right now. I'm okay to receive weekly payment instead.
I think it's been 3 years that we sold this.
Has it been?
I think so.
Okay.
Around that. I'm just
As a
3
whole,
years
yeah.
ago we did it. It's first
So,
one.
Now, because it was minus $100 per week for me, or $90 per week, so we decided to sell it. It just so happened the market price actually gone up significantly.
Yep.
So you want to go ahead?
Yep. So
through it?
when we 3 years ago, we vendor financed it. We put a price tag for $500,000, and then we give them flexible repayment. You can pay as little as $5,000 deposit. So someone took it 5,000, and then we put an interest rate for 6%.
In the meantime, we were paying roughly about, what was it?
3 or 4%, something like that. But we have a gap of 2% that we make extra compared to the bank. So we just sell it to someone with high interest rate. The beauty of it is the mortgage amount, the loan amount is 490,000 with a higher rate, which means we should have enough cash flow to cover everything.
So our mortgage was at 330,000, something like
Yeah,
that. 330, let's say.
Yeah.
And then we sold it at 500, but their mortgage to us is at 495. So there's that gap, a buffer, let's say 200,000, just give or take or so. So 300 our mortgage, their mortgage is 5. Yeah.
$1,000.
That's it.
Yeah. And then the beauty for that is the tenant, the buyer.
Yeah.
They pay for all the expenses. The water, council, maintenance, repair, they paid for it. But we pay for our own insurance. They still buy their own set of insurance, and we still have our own set of insurance
just in case it's a peace of mind.
Yes.
So yeah.
Because last time something happened, the bank were asking all these stuff, and then they're trying to get a claim on paper because the name is still under ours. So it's
By
just
the
to be
policy
sure. Yes.
Yeah.
So they paid for $490,000 loan, 6%. They're paying $680 per week.
Meanwhile, our repayment to the bank was $320 a week.
No, just
$300 a week. Sorry.
And then we still pay insurance, which is $40, which give us a $340 positive
cash flow.
cash flow.
So we turn around of, I guess, a negatively geared property where it would cost us $100 per week, and now we turn that around to make it positively geared of $340 per week.
Yep.
Till this day, we still
having this deal. Yeah, still with this deal, the tenant's still holding it, and
they're still making the repayment.
They are still making the repayment.
Yeah. Now, if you are considering doing vendor financing or considering of doing this type of transaction or looking for this type of transaction, there are a couple of steps.
Yep.
There's a pros and cons. Okay. So the pros of it, yes, you do have a positively geared property now.
Yes.
Every week you will be receiving that amount of money.
If they're missing few payments, we also still sign a contract with the solicitor. It's just like a bank. If they miss few payment based on your agreement, let's say 3 payment and they didn't pay for 3 months, then you can foreclosure them. You take it back and they forfeit all whatever money they have paid.
So there's that. That's the positive side, I guess.
Yeah. Also the property is still under your name.
And then what was it? The other positive side is you don't have to worry about the expenses anymore. The maintenance,
the repair. Yes.
The repair, if they're rented out, if they want to do anything in the property, you have no say because you pretty much signed the rights for that property. Now that's the positive side. You can't get your whole entire lump sum of money in the front. But over time, as you go along, just like the bank, when you're borrowing money, a big lump sum from them, there's a 30-year mortgage, let's say, or 15 years, or whatever it is that you're getting, you got your, that time frame to pay it off. We did the same thing with the buyer. They have the options to actually pay us off in one lump sum anytime as they want. And we do the same thing with the bank.
Yep.
The negative side, on the other hand,
you kept at whatever price you have sold. For example, for us, we sold it at $500,000.
In today's value, 3 years later, it's gone up to 650,000, somewhere around there. So the downside of it,
we cannot make that $150,000
on top.
Yeah,
Because
but don't forget, you make interest in between.
Yeah.
That's the money you have made.
So-
Do we have another calculator?
No.
So I'm just,
So the simple format of it is, okay, then we bought it at 300, we sold it at 500. If the current value at 650, what we agreed on at 500, and
Yes.
that's it. We can't ask for anything extra on top.
no, you can't.
So unless, on the other
Yeah.
hand, if they decided to return the keys back to us, then we can sell it again to the higher rate.
You can sell it traditionally, you can keep it, or you can sell it through vendor finance again.
So
Yeah.
So is there anything that you want to add?
No.
So that's just our 2 cents, guys. This is how we go about turning in from a negatively geared property or property that costs us money into a positively geared where it produces us an income. We had a lot of these. At a certain point, we had enough to make you not to go to work.
Yes.
So, and that gives us the flexibility if you are, wanted to raise your children.
Yeah.
Or have your flexibility of, because that's what we did.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids, I don't know, just feel hard for working full time, both parents working and then have to raising family.
Yeah.
At least we had the option.
We have the option to stay
Not
at
to,
home,
yeah.
or one of us to stay at home. The flexibility of not worrying about the maintenance and all that stuff. And
Yeah, that's a big hit, and that you never can foresee.
yeah. I mean, a few weeks ago, we just looked at another property of ours and like, oh, okay, how can I do all of this maintenance now?
Yeah.
So that's just our 2 cents, guys, based on our own experience.
Yeah, on Final Finance, our first deal.
That's it. If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment.
See you next time. Bye.